It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. But he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On one, ready? Here we go. Ready?
Right to the air is Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Get it.
Here's Ward. That's complete to DK. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Tennessee.
Come on. Set. Liking, ain't this ready?
Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Let's go now. 19.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Catch is made by Hardman. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the play. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, first and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial, make your choice. But right now, you like it.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Shamar Stewart able to get in there and drop him behind the line. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bengals nothing.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Burrow will throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Here we go. 180.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over first and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. To throw, here's Ward. That's to the tight end Helm. Well, this defense for the Bengals very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll throw incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Gun.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here we go. Hey, can. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Bengals at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience,
Here we go.
all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing now, Ward. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 6.
Throwing is Ward. Now it's dumped off to Poe. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Steady.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 41, this is second and a yard. Here's Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
12.
Now it's Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Past the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
They'll run with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Ward. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes. because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
First down.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that'll make it 24-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
To throw is Ward. That one out wide and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, here we go. 11, ready? 11, Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
11 Thomas. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12.
Now Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how to sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, Ward. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, Dahad. 11 MT, 11 MT, Dahad.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
12, it's just set. Can. 11, MT, hey, 12, 12, 12.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Here's second and 10.
11, mighty. Gun.
They'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they need.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring it down.
Gotta go score. Let's go. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Cougar 19.
Here's Ward. Throw to the right, caught by Cockrell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
Come on. Hit. 60 Bison. 18 Pioneer.
Ward. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
That's the score. Titans 31, Bengals 7.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, can.
Burrow will throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a 2nd and 10.
11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. 4th in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26, and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Thompson Robinson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
At the Titans' 40-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking downfield, he's got all the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And now pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing now, Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had that ball down before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And that'll be incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
60 vices, 60 vices.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. And that's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The career's more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 25 on 2nd down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues. Now Ball loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw, here's Ward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and putting the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This a 33-yard attempt. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
11. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Thompson Robinson will look to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's get set. Stop.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Thompson Robinson throwing here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
Okay, break. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Step it in, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
The Titans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. In motion, the tight end. From the gun on third down, Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for the Titans. First down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Pollard will take it up the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
To throw is Ward. That's complete to DK. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now Ward. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays,
and all the way in for the Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 59 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And the lead now down to 20. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
On the ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the set.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Ward now working out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he is going to lose yardage here. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun and give to Spears. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 5.
Okay, ready?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Spears. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Steady.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Here we go. Set.
42-yard line.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
Ready? Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles! Ready?
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He gets it away. It's a high hanger. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Thompson Robinson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Get it! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but